that sometimes we don't study the real world enough because it's hard and messy and it doesn't give the kind of statistically significant results that we can publish.
One thing I think we should watch out for as a discipline is not getting so caught up in the narrow questions and the perfect data that we lose sight of the bigger questions.
Where the causal connection, the main argument is unclear, it's just a description. And that does not serve the policy process very well.
And as a researcher, you always have to kind of narrow down and kind of demarcate where you are actually researching. But then sometimes you just lost the broader sight while doing your research. So I think it's very good to be part of this kind of like network, to talk and meet many different scholars having different backgrounds.
There's a tendency to study issues for which we can construct case conditions, such as experiments and survey experiments, which I think are very important because they can give us understanding of how we should move forward and how people behave in very specific but circumstantial positions. Whereas the real world is not like that. So we have to apply what we learn in experiments to the real world, which is messy and and multi-causal, where all of the factors we study come together, and it's sometimes difficult to separate the causes of particular problems.
I think one mistake that we sometimes make is to assume that everyone cares about the environment as much as we do, because we tend to surround ourselves by people who are like us and who do care.
But on the other extreme, there's an obsession with the newest fad, with the newest methods, statistical methods, experimental methods, where the questions being asked are really quite marginal and uninteresting and unimportant.
I was sometimes losing a bit out of focus, like what are the really relevant research questions and what do I want to learn? Even if I can conduct this analysis with this really cool cutting edge data, like what can we really learn from this as an academic community, but also as a society?
I think the area where we could improve is probably bridging that gap between a discussion that we're having in journals and books with peers, scholarly researchers, and a broader community.
So we have to find this happy medium where we ask important questions which are going to have an impact, going to inform the policy process, and investigate them with rigor without getting too obsessed with techniques or getting too descriptive in just describing the situation without having an underlying theory.